The militarization of prepping. Hey everybody, this is Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. A lot of people, preppers, get into all the tactical stuff. You know, all the cool pew-pews, all the latest gear, all the cool tactical stuff is what I call it. And to an extent, to some point, that is fine. I started off on my road of preparedness and prepping on the tactical side of things because of my background in the military. And as you see, you know, tactical fleece, beanie from when I was in the military. Yeah. But all too often, I think some people go too far down the path of the militarization aspect of preparedness. We need to be able to protect ourselves, our families, our food storage, all of our preps, our property, our communities and stuff like that. Yes. We talk about that a lot on Patreon. If you want to check us out on Patreon, links in the description below. $1 a month, hundreds and hundreds of videos, awesome content there. If I don't say so myself, well worth it. So check it out there. But we got to remind ourselves, especially us tactically oriented people, prior military, and or people that maybe missed out on the military thing, but you know, they like firearms, they like all those kind of things, tactical stuff. Nothing wrong with that. We have to take a step back and remember that the biggest and most important things in preparedness are actually the mundane things. The things that aren't fancy, they're not shiny, they're not tactical. You don't look at them and be like, whoa, sweet. Although I do. Stacked food. I look at that and go, yeah, sweet. My garden, I look at and I say, sweet. Look at all the food I can grow. Remind ourselves that the practical side of preparedness isn't always the cool side, isn't always the exciting side. Building skills, working on fitness. I'll tell you what, if you are one of the tactically minded people that want to be involved more in that aspect of preparedness, the biggest thing you can do, which I have a feeling a lot of people don't do, is work on your fitness. If you're not fit, I mean, if you think you're going to be out there running and gunning in any situation, you got to be fit. Very fit. Way more fit than you are now, probably. I know that's not as exciting as cool new gadgets and toys, but it's the reality of things. And another aspect of that is the warrior mentality, mindset. The mindset of never give up, never ever quit, keep going, pushing yourself, embracing the suck, getting outside of your comfort zone, outside your box, outside your little, what you're used to. You got to break free from that. Are you comfortable living in the woods, out of your pack for days on end, maybe weeks on end? Realistically right now, most of us don't have time to go out weeks on end. But a day or two or three on end, you can do that on a fairly regular basis to get yourself used to that. A lot of people also think about things like night vision, ballistic helmets, plates, cool new gadgets, stuff like that. Yeah. Whereas there is a point to that, but they forget about basic soldier skills. If you're going that route, these are things you got to know how to do. Basic, simple things that aren't that exciting. They're not that, you know, people watch Hollywood movies all the time and TV shows and stuff. They glorify it, make it look all cool and shiny and stuff like that. And, you know, the people are always kicking in doors and going in and taking down the bad guys and stuff like that, you know. Yes, that does happen. But more of your time is spent performing the mundane tasks, the day-to-day tasks of living, of hygiene, of digging holes, positions, rucking, carrying heavy weight for long distances on your feet, stuff like that. So, like I said, the tactical side of preparedness is part of preparedness, but don't overemphasize it. It may save your life. You may have to employ that pew-pew. But see, that's the difference. I said you may have to employ it. I can tell you a bunch of other things that you will have to do. You will have to eat. You will have to wash your body, clean yourself. You will have to brush your teeth. You will have to go to the bathroom. You will have to deal with sanitation and waste. You will have to deal with attaining food, foraging, growing, raising, those kind of things. Hunting, fishing, trapping, snaring. Those are all things that you probably will have to do. I know, it's not cool. I'll tell you what though, to me, living is cool. So just remind yourselves of these things. I understand the leaning towards the tactical guy kind of stuff. Yeah, I get it. With my military background, I've a lot of experience in that area. A lot of familiarity in that area. That wearing that kind of gear, doing those kind of things is very familiar to me. And I like it. It's what I'm into. But I tell you what, I'm also into living. And what will help me survive the fight more than anything will be proper nutrition of my body and proper physical conditioning of my body, as well as mental conditioning and spiritual conditioning. Very important. The warrior mindset and the survival mindset go hand in hand. Mental fitness, physical fitness, and spiritual fitness. Very, very important. I want you guys to think about these things. Think about what's truly important. Is that new gadget really more important than using that money for buying beans and rice, corn, wheat, barley, those kind of things? You may need it. I get it. Night vision is a great force multiplier. If you're going to save up money for anything, instead of buying a $1,000 or $2,000 AR, how about buying a $700, $800 one, putting the other money towards good quality night vision, Gen 3, 3 Plus, or 4 if you can afford it, or thermals. Whatever you have, get good with it. That's another side of it. People go for the gear, I get it. It's cool. But training is what truly will save your life. What will truly allow you to survive the fight. You can hand me a $5,000 AR and I'll go into a fight. You could also hand me a $500 one, 10 times less. Will I be any less effective? Maybe a tiny bit, but come on. If you have the proper training, the proper skill sets, that's where it's at. Be realistic with your gear. I hear people, people always, gear snobs. Oh, that's a Condor plate carrier. That's an airsoft gear. You don't have a Condor, or you don't have a Cry JPC, or whatever. Blue Force gear. There's a lot of different ones out there. A lot of good, high quality plate carriers. But one thing is, I don't know if they even know it, but what is the J in JPC? Jumpable. I don't think you're going to be jumping out of airplanes with that gear on anytime soon. or have any need for it in an SHTF scenario or as a prepper at all. I'll tell you what, what was it, $90, maybe $100 Condor Elite LCS Vanquish, which is the laser cut Molly system, Vanquish plate carrier, is awesome. Yeah, a little more money than tradition of the regular Condor line, but the Elite line is made in the US. And I've used it for quite a while in training now, had zero failures, zero issues, other than the way it attaches. It just kind of, I didn't like the loose kind of there was like a little bit of an edge hanging out. So I added buckles, an additional buckle set, one on each side, to help pull that nice and tight to me. That's the only thing I did. Good setup. For a third or a quarter the price. Come on. Be realistic with your gear. I've had all the fancy stuff. When Uncle Sugar was paying for it, yeah. Would I take the top of the line stuff? Yes, definitely. Now that I'm picking up the tab, am I going to pay for that? No. Why would I? When this stuff is just as good. Okay, maybe not just as good, but close enough. And it will do the job year after year, day after day, in the mud, realistic, real world, high speed tactical training. Zero issues. I have no affiliation with Condor whatsoever. Listen to other people that have been there, done that, and run Condor. It's decent stuff. Is it the best? No. But anyway, enough about Condor. Enough about the tactical stuff. We need to be mindful that we have that area covered. We got security, defense, all that stuff covered, and the training to go along with it. But don't do that at the expense of the things that you're going to have to do. You have to eat, you have to drink, you have to do all these other things. So make sure you're covering those things first, because you will have to do them, period. I think you guys get what I'm saying. Catching my drift. I love you guys. Thank you for being here very much. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like button, comment below, ring the notification bell, do all the things to help out the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're going to be ordering stuff for Christmas through Amazon or whatever for Amazon, if you could please follow my link to Amazon storefront. You don't have to buy what I have there. If you're going to place an order anyway, I'm not saying you got to go out of your way. Follow my link or some other channel's link so that they or me get the 4% instead of Amazon pocketing it. They make enough money. Like I said, if you're going to be ordering stuff anyway, follow the link, then just go about ordering whatever you want. If you want to buy the stuff that I have there, I feel it is good stuff, or it wouldn't be there. Anyway, enough about that. Please keep on prepping. Ramp your game up. It's time to take this seriously. I've been saying that for a while now. It's always been time to take it seriously, because the sooner we get started, the better off we'll be, no matter how long it takes for something to happen. Even if it's you losing your job, getting injured, economic collapse, foreign invasion, it doesn't matter. If you are prepared, the more prepared you are, the better off you'll be. The more of a chance of survival you will have. Ponder on that a moment. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.